This is Washington Beach, Cape Disappointment. Loaded with black sand that comes from offshore dredging operations, it is absolutely loaded with gold. And today, we're going to pan a little bit of that beach. All right. Well, today was supposed to be a very different video. We were supposed to go out prospecting. We got a quarter inch of ice rain last night and some sleet, so everything is frozen right over. That'll be coming as soon as we get a bit of a thaw, hopefully shortly. But in the meantime, I'm pretty excited because I've been looking forward to this one. This is GoldNuggetSales Benson Beach, Washington State Paydirt. It's not quite a challenge bag, but it's supposed to be a very challenging bag. So really looking forward to going through this. We're going to be running our sluice today as well. Awesome stuff. So as usual, GoldNuggetSales came in a really nice thick coffee bag, uh, really well shipped and packed. Uh, Again, decent price, $70 for a 1 gram guaranteed bag. Can't wait to tuck into this. So without further ado, let's go through our Paydirt description. So as always, GoldNuggetSales has awesome Paydirt descriptions. It's going to be a great bag of Paydirt with 14 ounces of Benson Beach sand, with a guaranteed 1 gram of gold. The gold is all from the beaches of Washington and Oregon and ranges in size from -40 to +20. So it's typically going to be very, very fine gold. I don't think we're going to find much in the bigs, but we'll try anyway. This makes a great panning experience with fine gold and makes for a challenging bag of Paydirt. Now, I cut out part of the description. I wouldn't be able to fit it all on one screen, but it goes on to say how the gold repopulates itself on Washington Beach due to the dredging operations offshore, as I mentioned in the interlude as we started. Pretty awesome. I mean, I think it's great that you get to know where your Paydirt's from. I really enjoy doing different Paydirts from different places and seeing what prospectors in different states go through. So I think this is a great authentic experience. So let's get to some classifying and quit the jibber jabber and get to some panning. All right, so here we have our high-tech kitchen strainer type device, our spare gold pan, and we are going to classify this down, separate the bigs from the littles. I don't think there should be too many bigs in here, but I keep saying that and I always get surprised. But we'll see. And even if we do have bigs, I'm not imagining we get a ton of stuff in them. I do see some larger rocks, but not too many. Yeah, no big surprises here. We'll make sure that we get everything out of the bottom of these bags. I mean, the problem is these gusseted bags always tend to hide gold in the bottom. And with these fine gold bags, you just never know what can get stuck in there. So we will rinse that out later. But I'll set that aside for now. Classify it down and see how much bigs we have. Not too much at all. So again, I don't anticipate getting too much in here. But let's flip her over, pan her out, and see just in case. So as usual, we have our oil change pan here. I've cleaned it out to the best of my abilities, and the reason for that is we're actually going to be sluicing this dirt out after I'm done panning it to see what I missed, because I guarantee I'm going to miss some the first time. And this allows me to enjoy the process rather than stressing over a little small flake of gold here and there, because I know my buddy Dirt Russell's going to catch it later. So we'll add some jet dry, acts as a surfactant to break the surface tension on the water so our small gold doesn't go floating away on us. And let's start with the bigs. I'm going to do these live because there's not a ton of them. And again, I don't anticipate finding much gold, if any. If we do find any gold, it might be some fine stuff that was sticking to the rocks. Or maybe Mike over at GoldNuggetSales coughed when he was filling the bag and dropped a nugget in there. You just never know. So we'll get this all nice and stratified. Letting that heavy gold, if it's there, sink to the bottom. I'm going to work this over the riffles, work out some of this light stuff. And we'll re-stratify. All right. Not seeing any massive gold nuggets popping out. But I do see right there, I don't know if you can pick that up on camera, a little piece of flour gold. And that's why you always want to make sure you do the bigs regardless, because take your time. Because sometimes the flour gold will stick to the bigger pieces. And you never know what you're going to miss if you don't try. So Pull it back again. Oh, there's a nice piece of gold right there. Surprised that didn't make it through the kitchen strainer, but that is a nice chunky little piece of gold. Snuffer that bad boy up. And another one. This is really surprising, to be honest with you. That's a nice chunky piece. So we'll go through this a couple times just in case. I don't want to be too hasty. Another thing that makes this easier is we've got our squirt bottle. So what I'm going to do here, pull about half of these bigs back. There we go. Maybe just like that. Cut it in half. And we'll take our squirt bottle here. We'll just squirt out these rocks from the bottom, right? And of course, they're too big and they don't want to move. So we'll have to get our hands involved. But you don't want to get dirty. Don't prospect. A little bit more water in there. It's kind of a luxury to have warm water right now, considering what I could have been doing today, which was going to be prospecting outside. It's -6 Celsius out there. And as I said, we got quarter-inch ice rain. So wouldn't have made for a fun day. And just like that, yeah, we got it all. So awesome. Couple nice pieces in the bigs I wasn't expecting. Always a nice surprise to get gold in all your classifications. So now let's see if we can remove all of the magnetics from the smalls. So I am anticipating quite a bit of magnetics here. I've never actually prospected Washington Beach, but I have been to Lake Superior and prospected there. And beach sand tends to have tons of magnetic stuff in it. So let's give it a quick whirl with our magnet here. Oh yeah, just as I expected, we got a full-blown Bob Ross haircut going on right there. So this is going to take a little while. We'll get these all out, and these have to be panned out separately. There's no two ways about it. Magnetite makes panning an absolute nightmare. Sometimes it makes a nice thick blanket or a nasty thick blanket, and the gold tends to get trapped in there. So it takes quite a while to get it all out. Look at that, Bob Ross Jr. right there. Now I could technically put the magnet to this a couple of times and separate some of the lighter sands, but that's fine. We'll struggle through it. It's supposed to be a challenge bag after all. And we're getting a little bit better, but holy smokes, that is a lot of magnetic material. I'll handle that the best I can, and I'll let Dirt Russell do the heavier lifting later if I have to. And it just keeps coming. That is a lot of magnetite. Holy smokes. All right, so that should be the last of it there. Looking really good. I'm going to pan this stuff off camera because you guys watching me painstakingly pan magnetics for about half an hour would probably make for a really boring video. So give me some time to go through this and I'll let you guys know what we get just out of the magnetics alone before we move on to the next step. All right, we're back, and thanks to the magic of the YouTubes, we're down to our last maybe half teaspoon of material. Just wanted to kind of show you guys how I go about this. It's the same as any other kind of panning. You just have to be really, really careful. But a couple of key indicators you can see after I stratify. See how the material is lighter on the bottom and then darkens as you get to the front? That's because when I stratified, the heavies are moving into that front edge of the pan. And what you're trying to do in doing so is getting your gold down into that edge. So you have to give this stuff a really, really good stratification. And what I do is I'll slowly pan it back. And here you have what's called your viewing window. So that's, you can see the sands falling down as you pan them back. And you're looking for fine gold. And what you can either do is grab it with your snuffer if you do see any, or hopefully you don't see any. So what I like to do, because panning is essentially just a process of elimination. You're trying to get the lighter stuff out of the pan and leave nothing but the heavies behind. So what I like to do is when I know that I have no gold in the material in the bottom, is I'll get rid of it with the squirt bottle. And now I've got less material in my pen, and I just keep repeating that process until there's nothing left but gold. So we should be seeing a pretty good reveal here, but you can see how thick that blanket of black sand is. Very, very, very thick. So that's what I like to do. Again, looking for those gold flakes, not seeing any. But now I've got that material separated, and I can get rid of that. So as you can see, we're down to the nitty gritty now. This is where the rubber meets the road. So I want to stratify as usual. You see, as you're stratifying, you're stretching that line of black sands out along your pan. It's already walking itself down. And just look at that beautiful gold smile right in the edge of that pan. Get it all cleaned up, and we can snuffer it and on to the next step. Okay, that crotchety old bastard up there on Dirt Russell or cleanup sluice is Bruce. Some people are lucky this time of year. They have Elf on the shelf. We're stuck with Bruce on the sluice. Bruce wants us to rerun our tailings just to see that, make sure we didn't miss anything. Well, we're going to do just that while we have an adult beverage and enjoy the flow. Fire in the hole, Bruce. All right, we got our sluice mats out. We'll clean these out and keep Bruce happy. You just like to give him a little quick kind of rinse like this. Then what you do, this is the crummy part, tip it over, make sure you're catching everything in your pan. You got to give them a little kind of flip here without spilling everything all over the place. Usually I like to use my bigger pan for this, but we'll be okay. There you go. And then what you're doing as you're doing this is you're kind of flexing the mat and opening up those grooves. So any fine gold, black sands, and heavies fall out of the grooves. There you go. Give that a quick check. Looking good. So I'll throw that over in our Tupperware tailings pond. Leave that soak, give it a good scrubbing there. Perfect. So that's what we're left with. We'll get rid of some of this water here. And let's go through our heavies and see what we caught. All right. Well, we got the mine boss drinking on the job over there. We're down on the nuts and bolts right here. And this will tell us exactly how much gold we missed that we had to get through our sluice. This is really, really heavy stuff. Remember that all the magnetics were in those tailings as well. See one piece of flour gold popping out. Very, very challenging pay dirt. Oh, we did miss a bit of nice gold. Look at that. We caught way more than we missed, but we did miss a tiny bit. This black sand is so heavy and hard to move. Again, separate that black sand. Give that gold a tap to the top. Let's go get her. Beautiful. Just like that, we'll do our snuffer dump and we're going to get a weight. So let's see what we managed to capture. Beautiful amount of fine gold scattered all over the pan. One thing I wanted to point out, we'll get a microscope shot of it later. Look how much wire gold is in this stuff. That is crazy. And that stuff was rolling all over the pan when I was trying to pick it up. Very, very difficult to capture, but awesome. Awesome to look at and awesome to pan out. All right, folks, it's time for the tail of the tape. This is a Gold Nugget sales bag. They've never let me down before, so I'm not too worried. We are, just a reminder, guaranteed a full gram of gold. We did a really good job of panning it out and caught what little was left in our sluice, so I'm not worried about it at all. Oh, yeah. Hard times getting all these tiny flour gold into the pan. However, boom, 1.055 grams. Awesome. And just because we're nerds around here, take a look at this gold under a microscope. It's absolutely awesome. Elongated pieces of wire gold, so much character. This stuff is great. Awesome stuff. Okie dokie. So here's the ROI and review. The Paydirt cost was $69.95. The gold recovered, 1.055 grams, giving us a gold value of $69.24 and a total ROI of 99%, which is absolutely amazing. Now, keep in mind, I don't include shipping on my ROIs. That being said, even if you buy gold bullion straight, you're going to have to pay shipping for it. So this is an awesome, awesome product. It was so fun to pan out. I personally really enjoy beach sands. That's a me thing. However, the gold was wire gold, chunky gold, fine gold, flour gold, amazing stuff. Gold in all the classifications. I can't tell you how much I enjoyed this bag. I got to pan, I got to take the magnetics out, I got to use my sluice, all the tools. Absolutely love it. So 2 thumbs up. This is completely all things country approved. Thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, give it a thumbs up. It helps. Cheers, and we'll catch you on the next one.